If you've seen the most recent issue of Choice Magazine, which is the official publication for the world of professional and personal coaching, you'll notice that every single article they wrote was about artificial intelligence in coaching. So I had to give you my hot take on this, and especially answering the question, is artificial intelligence going to replace coaches? Now, I'm reading through every single article in this issue to get a 360-degree view of what other luminaries in the coaching industry really think. But I'm not going to share that today. If you want to hear what everyone else is saying, just give me a comment on that and I'm happy to make another video on it. But today I'm going to give you my take. So, will artificial intelligence, AI, replace coaches? And the answer is yes. AI will replace coaches, but AI will make master coaches live forever. And I'm going to share with you exactly what that means. So first of all, what do I mean by AI eventually replacing coaches? AI will eventually replace coaches in probably the next 10 to 20 years. Obviously, it's not the point where it can truly replace coaches wholeheartedly yet, but once they figure out how to replicate your voice, your charisma, emotion, true human connection, trust in the human experience, they're going to replace the majority of coaches. And eventually, the cost savings of using an artificial intelligence over a coach will be so enormous. I mean, pennies on the dollar. It'll be so dramatic. For most clients, it won't make sense to spend much time with a live human coach. Ultimately, coaches will only need to facilitate the coaching process rather than be the centerpiece or the center of activity for that coaching relationship. Now, don't get me wrong. You can have a long and glorious career as a coach for the next 5 to 25 years, depending on when AI actually takes over. And for many coaches, this isn't going to have a major impact on their career whatsoever, just because of the timeline. They're only going to be a coach for, let's say, the next 10 to 15 years. It's not going to make much difference for them. If you're just starting out coaching today and you expect to be coaching for 40 to 50 years, then yeah, this is going to majorly impact your career at some point. So yes, it's going to take some time for the technology actually to catch up with what a truly great coach can do. So what's the good news? The good news is that once this happens, you're going to, as a coach, be able to coach a lot more clients leveraging AI. For instance, you might just have 10 or 15 minutes with a client over the next 3 to 6 months to facilitate the growth journey that that client goes on, and then AI can take care of the rest. AI can be a part of your coaching team to do a lot of the legwork that you will no longer need to do. So you can still make a gigantic impact. You can still be a part of the process, be even more effective in a fraction of the time that it would normally take a coach to work hand in hand with a client. This could allow you to charge a lot lower fees or just have way higher margins in your coaching practice. So what's the downside? Now, first of all, it might be obvious that some coaches will simply be replaced by artificial intelligence. They just won't have a job anymore. In fact, coaches that use a simple pattern-based or mostly mechanical process inside of their coaching, well, clients are going to easily be able to replace them with an AI. Hopefully that's not the kind of coaching you do or the kind of coaching you aspire to do once you reach your apex of skill set inside of coaching. But coaches that are in ICF's vernacular and ACC or even PCC level will be fairly easily replaced. Their process, what they do for a client, it's going to be pretty easy to replace those levels of skill with an artificial intelligence. And yes, eventually even MCC, master coaches, will be replaced in the long term by AI for most of what they would typically do for a client. Eventually an AI is going to be able to replicate a master coach level skill set in a coaching process as well. So here's the strategy I would suggest leveraging in your coaching practice to prepare for this or to make the most of it. First, clients are going to gravitate towards brands, towards master coaches, their methods, their personality, their charisma, their particular focus or style. Human beings, if humans are going to be your clients, I mean, you might coach AIs, but if humans are going to be your clients, people tend to enjoy certain styles. They tend to kind of fall in love with or become obsessed with certain methods, certain approaches to anything in life, including getting help and improving their life or their business through coaching. And in fact, most clients will demand a very very specific approach, a very specific type of coach, a very specific type of relationship for their own personal transformation, their own approach to growth. So master coaches will likely desire to license their particular approach, their particular charisma, their particular persona into an AI to replicate the results, and they can democratize what they do for their high-end clients to the masses for pennies on the dollar. And there'll be great demand for these master coaches to deliver the transformation that they already are known to deliver. And they won't have to spend a lot of their time doing this because the AI will take care of most of the conversations. I mean, eventually AI will be able to practically replicate the experience of being with that master coach one-on-one. So can you imagine working with your favorite guru, whoever they happen to be, Eckhart Tolle or Teal Swan or Tony Robbins, but you're meeting with an AI that has been licensed by them, that's learned from thousands and thousands of hours of their high-level masterful work, and you get to work with that AI one-on-one. That's exactly what's going to be available eventually. And so if you're already a master coach, if you aspire to be a master coach, or that's what you're committed to, I know personally, this is exactly going to be my strategy. I want to give the best coaching possible. I want to be the best coach possible. I want to master my approach to making a difference for people and perfect it. And then at some point when the technology is ready, I can take all the recorded sessions, all the transcripts, everything that I've done, my voice, my image, whatever we want to replicate, and then upload it into an AI. Press go, and now I've got an assistant, mini me, that can practically replicate the kind of results that I would be able to produce live with somebody. Now, will that AI ever be me? Will that AI ever be that master coach? Of course not. The live real thing is always going to be a premium service that's available, or that some coaches will want to make available. That's great. But for everybody else, they get the AI. So what does this mean? Well, first, you better be a master of coaching, rather than just a simplistic facilitator of a mechanical process. My guess is, as a coach, even those that really enjoy just making a difference for people, they don't just want to do something mechanically that could just be mimicked easily by an AI anyway. They want to go for the highest level. That said, if you really are a master coach, you're going to become a master coach, and you build a business and a brand and a reputation for that masterful transformation, the profound, deep transformation that you could provide for whatever type of client you work with, your particular flavor of masterful coaching, then you will have the opportunity to live forever, at least as a coach, through this licensing and programming process. You simply program whatever AI with your particular formula, your approach, your techniques, your history of coaching. The AI is simply going to listen to your process, learn what works the best, and then eventually be able to replicate it at actually a pretty deep level. It'll learn what works and what doesn't work for you and your style, and it'll probably improve on it in some ways. Eventually, these AIs will be able to learn your charisma, your particular polish that you put on the coaching process, all the nuances inside of that process, your voice tone, etc. I mean, this is already being done with voiceover artists, with actors, their images, their voice prints. It's all being replicated at a pretty high level at this point. And AI is only going to improve what it's able to do over the coming years. So at the end of all that, you're going to have a licensed robot of you, which will, by the way, probably outlive you as well. Therefore, although AI will replace many, if not most coaches, master coaches, yes, AI will actually empower you to live forever. Let me know what you think about this. Is this something you're concerned about? Does this not make any sense? Do you not believe this is even possible? Let me know in the comments. If you thought this was helpful or something that you want to hear more about from me, then just go ahead and hit the like button. Give me a comment to that extent. And if you want to see the next video, hit subscribe and hit the bell, and you'll be notified probably in about a week or so when we create the next one.